Welcome everybody. Saturday the 11th of January 2020 and we are in the Blackpool's wedding chapel on the first floor. Now it's from here that I would like to introduce my video for Sunday the 12th of January 2020. As you can see, the Irish Sea is showing its force this morning. And there's the North Pier. Anyway, previously to this video, I would like very much to say thank you to everybody who has made the last two videos that I put up quite a figure. The viewing figures are incredible. I want to thank everybody for that. Now, what this video is I've made this week, all clips from during the week of most of the sites that we visit, and also little trinkets of other things which I hope soften this video. Now, so again, thanks to everybody, I really mean that, and a view of the Irish Sea again. So I'm going to start the video now, and I do thank everybody for everything. Bye-bye. The start of this cage along the first part of Topping Street. Here, so we will walk the length of this cage. Very deep work is being carried out over the other side on the pavement area. They're going very deep there.
Not my fault.
And another part of the gang here working in this cage. And a view of the full length of this first part of work along Topping Street. Now I think I can walk you down the other side. Ah yes, and here is the trench that is being dug. You cannot get out from here, so you have to walk back. So that completes our view of this area of Topping Street. Abingdon Street. The barbecue shop is just across the road. Now I need to take you down a little bit further here to the first actual bus shelter and the bus stop along Abingdon Street. Now, there's a major change here that took place yesterday, and it refers to the bus services 2 and the 2C. As and from yesterday, Monday the 6th of January, this stop is no longer in use. You have to go to Queen Street and the Central Library until further notice. Now, if I was to turn round, I would like to show you the new bus shelter and the bus stop that was erected yesterday. Yes, this is brand new, just one day old. I need just to explain this. It refers to another service that uses this street, the 42, the stagecoach bus that goes to Lancaster, and there are 2 other routes, private companies, I think there's 76 or 77. Now, at the time of filming, on the Tuesday morning, I'm told that the 42 is still stopping here. Now, how long that will last for, I do not know, because as I said, this only took place yesterday, so maybe the company is not even aware of it. The best thing to do is to go to the stop outside Wilko. That's what I would recommend, to go to that stop there, outside Wilko for the 42. The 76 and 77, I cannot advise at this present moment. Hoping this helps some people, this ends our visit to Abingdon Street today. Welcome everybody. The rear of the Premier Inn. All the contractors now at our sites have all returned, and all the local shops, they're all open as well after the season's holiday. While I'm showing you a view of this Premier Inn, I'm just going to walk you to the side of here because all the panels are now up. I've just been told to come and video this because you will see, hopefully, all the panels at the side. There we are. Can you see the kind of grey? They're installed now, and also I can tell you that all the window frames are now in place on the first story of this build. Now, one other thing that I would like to mention, and it is that the company now is recruiting for staff, meaning the staff to work in the hotel and the restaurants. I've been told this, and I've also seen it online and in the local paper. The company is now looking, as said, for staff. So there we are, that's our first visit here of the year 2020 at the Premier Inn. Very good morning everybody. It's Wednesday the 8th of January. Abingdon Street, this is where we are this morning. A very, very important day along this road, Abingdon Street. It's a very, very nice morning here, nice and fresh and crisp. Now what's happening is here, and I'm so very, very pleased to show this, is that the 2 line marking companies have arrived, and already they have made wonderful progress with the yellow lines and the bus stop signs in the road. this is the last piece of this jigsaw along Abingdon Street. Yes, we have the 2 new actual bus shelters as well. This is the first of the bus shelters, and the newly painted lines and signs which have been done already this morning. Isn't that nice? The yellow and the red with the sign of the bus stop. And here we see the other lettering already in place. And this new actual shelter with the bus stop, which was done now 2 days ago. There's the barbecue shop across the road. And now just got to go down here, and we will see the A1 road marking company. There they are. You can get nice and warm here. Now, a little quick word about the number 2 and the 2C. Obviously, at the moment, they cannot use this area for obvious reasons. However, this morning I did read on Blackpool's Transport own webpage that they are returning today, so maybe the 2 and the 2C will in fact return to these stops later on today, perhaps about say 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I can tell you that an official of Blackpool Transport has removed those signs that I showed yesterday. So I do believe that after all this work here, the yellow lines and the signs in the road, that the 2 and the 2C may well return here early afternoon. So that concludes our visit along Abingdon Street today. The Sands Venue Resort Hotel, and we are at the side closest to the amusement arcade and also where the extension is taking place. And in front you can see that extension, which is now rapidly rising. We will walk up the side now. two ladies in front, two lovely Blackpool ladies who invited me to include them in this video. I thank them. We are at the rear now of this build at the Sands Venue Resort Hotel.
I just thought it's an added attraction.
And I think we can just see the crane in operation. Have just moved a few paces further along of the rear. This is the second side of the build, the side closest to Blackpool Tower. Now this morning, lots of contractors about with their vehicles. There's Technic there, concrete pumping, and they need the concrete, and here is tarmac. This lorry full today with concrete. Moving down, just show you the concrete lorry there and a view of all the new floors that has been all put in place here. The gates are open here as that concrete lorry is due to leave very, very soon. And we are at the end of this side now. To complete our visit here today, I will just show you two awaiting tarmac lorries full up with concrete waiting to go into the Sands Venue Resort Hotel. Yes, they're very busy there today. We have returned to Abingdon Street. Very interesting this. In front you can see a 77 operated through coastal coaches. So it looks very much like all the buses will be able to return here today. Just take you up to the bus shelter and the bus stop where the number 2 and the 2C operate. And in front there is a member in that bus shelter from Blackpool Transport itself. I'm sure he will be able to tell me what is going on in a couple of minutes. There's the finished article in the road, the lettering and the painting. And turning round, you can see where that coach has just left. That looks nice as well. Yellow and red, and the yellow lettering. I can confirm that the 2C and the number 2 has in fact returned here to their home in Abingdon Street. So we have a full service this Wednesday, the 8th of January, for all the buses along Abingdon Street. So that's another piece of this jigsaw of the regeneration of Blackpool. Yes, this was part of it. New bus stops and new bus shelters for Abingdon Street, just like the very, very nice job in Corporation Street. So this now will complete our visit today along Abingdon Street. Welcome everybody, and what a lovely, lovely morning this is. A blue sky and winter sunshine. Our first visit, we must go and see the contractors at the start of Topping Street. We will now walk the length of these cages. A little bit of explaining here. Now, what has happened since our last visit is that the contractors have actually split this into 2 cages. This is so as the people, the shoppers, can now visit the salad bowl and Iceland. Here is the pathway now that will take you a quick view of what's going on in the second cage. This is the second cage. Now, to continue our walk, you would be able to get to the salad bowl now, which is immediately to our left. There's all the fruit and vegetables for sale there. However, this is as far as you get. You will not make Iceland. What you have to do is you have to reverse and to go back to the start of this second cage and then walk around. Here we are, just passing that load there. You can see Iceland and the salad bowl across the road. We just turn sharp right here. Another part of the gang there working. And this is what they're doing. Now what we will be doing now is we are rapidly approaching the pathway made to Iceland. Now it's the same as what's happened to the salad bowl. You can get to Iceland, however, you will not make the salad bowl. You will have to reverse again should you wish to go back to the salad bowl. There we are. This is as far virtually as you can get, the entrance to Iceland. Now I'm very pleased now to walk you down the Deansgate. Yes, we're going down here. I have a welcome surprise for you, and it is so very, very good to see this happen for this road. Making our way now down to where I want to get to. Just passing Edward Street to our left, and we have now virtually arrived at where I would like to show. Now, a few videos ago I unfortunately had to tell you about Auntie Bees. However, what has happened yesterday, I'm so very pleased to show you, I'm very pleased to show you that Auntie Bees has in fact reopened under new owners yesterday. That's great news for this road. I'll just show you again, there's their lovely sign up there, Auntie Bees, which closed down. However, now, as said, from yesterday, it reopened under new owners. We are now in Corporation Street, and again, some wonderful, wonderful news today. Can you remember a good few videos ago, I had to show that a bus shelter had been unfortunately knocked down in a road traffic accident, and it's remained down until today. What we have today is we have the company that erects these shelters, and yes, they are here today, and we can see that the shelter is now about to be replaced. So after this we have the full set. We have the full set of new pavements, roads and all the bus shelters and stops along Corporation Street.
Do need that physical contact.
Another complete piece of this giant jigsaw. The rear of the Premier Inn. I think we may be just in time to see this crane in operation. There's some plasterboards in front, and hopefully we can catch a quick clip of the crane transporting them right to the top or wherever they are going. I'm just walking to my left now, and you can see some of the contractors at this site now loading the actual hoist up. Now I think we can see this in operation. Morning. Yes, there we are. That's been loaded, and this blue hoist will take that to whatever level it is needed. Up it goes at this site of the Premier Inn. It stopped at that level there. Have returned to that crane lifting the plasterboard. It is not going upstairs, it is going on the ground level. They just need the crane to help them load it into the ground level inside. Plasterboards. Previous to leaving this site, I just remind everybody that the company is now recruiting for staff to work in this 150-roomed hotel and restaurant. I'm playing this clip again because I've made a mistake here. I have misheard. In actual fact, those plasterboards were on the way to the third story, as you've just seen at the beginning of this clip. My mistake, I misheard across the road. On our way to our next venue, I thought I would show you this. We are at Water's Edge, looking towards the North Pier. It is one cracking morning here, no wind at all, a blue sky, and it is very, very pleasant. I can show you this as there's no wind, so there's no spray to affect either myself or the camcorder. The front of the Sands Venue Resort Hotel, and I'm very, very pleased this morning to show you this. What you are looking at is virtually the complete finish of this frontage of this build. Now, one of the contractors has really done his best for me today to explain a few things. What you are looking at, as said, is virtually the finish of this part of the build. However, can you see those what I'm told are cross members, those very big black pieces of metal there. Now they are called cross members. Now all that's got to be done is the contractor used the word aluminium covering to cover these up. Now I hope I've said it correctly, or nearly correctly. However, yes, what you're looking at is virtually the finish of this build to the front. We have crossed the road and now looking at the side of the extension of this build. There's one of the contractors up there on that lift. I'm going to see if we can walk along the side of this now. Here we are at the side now, and I can show you the wonderful structure of this extension. Quite a job, and again I have said this, it looks so sturdy, it looks so strong. Goes right along now. I just catch that crane taking that girder up. There we are, right in front of that contractor there. He will grab it and put it in place. A quick view of the rear, and we can see contractors on these lifts in a couple of areas. And this is the second side, the side closest to Blackpool Tower. And as you can see, this is the side that needs still the most attention. However, they will get there without a shadow of a doubt. So with a final view now, we now leave the Sands Venue Resort Hotel and their build. Morning everybody. It isn't like yesterday, it's a bit overcast and I think it's going to rain in the very near future. However, we will press on this morning with a look now at Blackpool's Conference Centre and Hotel. This build is progressing very quickly internally and also externally. And a view now from the end . That completes our visit to Blackpool's Conference Centre and Hotel. Inside the entrance to the North Pier, I'll just show you a view of the Irish Sea today, and it is from here that I will be closing the video down And I'm on my way home now to put all the clips together. I've enjoyed this week very, very much, like I always do. And I'm going to put it together, hopefully to make an interesting video. Previous to leaving you, thank you ever so much for what everybody has done for me. Now, have a wonderful evening, and again, my sincere thanks to everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.